Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the top 15 gear that every saxophonist needs in their arsenal. Our electronic wind instruments. Now, if you have some cash and you don't mind spending on electronic wind instruments, there's some good recommendations. The Roland Aerophone A10, Yamaha YDS 150, Roland Aerophone A30, Silfo, Iwi, Solo. There's so many of them out there on the market. So number 14 on our list is the Yamaha Venova. Now, if you're following this channel at all, you would have seen the Yamaha Venova pop up at least once or twice. It's this beautiful piece of tech that looks like a guitar, looks like a recorder mixed with a saxophone. It's the Yamaha Venova. Why I say this is because it doesn't sound like a saxophone. It doesn't play like a saxophone completely, but it's a good way to get your embouchure moving when you're traveling. Just keep this in your bag, and it also gets you a lot of views on blogs because this is unique. So on gigs, you could use this once in a while. It's not truly chromatic. They say it's chromatic until I learn how to play chromatic, but it's in KFC. The next on our list is saxophone lessons. So you need to get saxophone lessons. Saxophone lessons are important, and if you want to reach out to me, I can do Skype lessons or in-person lessons if you are close to me. So find out where I am, find out where you are, and we could set up something up. But even if you don't want to listen to me, there are other great resources like Better Sax has some lessons, Scott Paddock, great people, Nigel, Michael at Sax School, John Ferreira. All these people are good saxophonists. You could check out their channels too for more information about them. So let's go to number 12, the ligature for the mouthpiece. So I don't recommend upgrading this ligature anytime soon, but once you've had your whole setup, once you've gotten your new mouthpiece, once you've gotten set with the mouth patch, by the way, mouth patch, lifesaver. That's a bonus tip. Get a mouth patch. It softens your mouthpiece. It preserves it longer. You don't have to bite into it and makes those vibrations stop because you're not vibrating against your teeth anymore. So mouth patch should be in this list somewhere, but in between the lines. You get what I'm talking about. So I use this mouthpiece ligature by Rovner. I got this because I realized that my metal mouthpiece ligature wasn't cutting it. And whenever I put it on saxophone, it will move. But this guy doesn't move. This guy is like solid, like it stays in place. It does its job. It helps with the vibrations. Nothing special about mouthpieces. You can buy $1 million mouthpiece ligature, or you could buy like a $30 one. No matter what it is, it does the same thing, but something that it makes sure it stays in place and it actually looks good on your saxophone and actually does everything it's supposed to do. So the next on our list is actually really small. It's the cork grease. The cork grease is actually a very important piece of gear. So what this does is that it lubricates the cork that fits into the mouthpiece. So you take a bit of this, rub it around the cork, and makes it more easy to fit the mouthpiece in. Especially if it's a new cork or a new mouthpiece, you want to use cork grease all the time. And also around the neck of the saxophone, make sure that you use cork grease once in a while to make sure it's easy to fit on the neck to the body of the saxophone. So okay, number 10 on our list is a music subscription service. Get Apple Music, get Spotify, get YouTube Music, do YouTube on the free, Deezer, whatever you listen to music on, but just get a subscription or at least a platform where you can listen to new songs, because that's how you grow. Listen to Miles Davis, listen to the Kind of Blues album, saxophone cleaning kit. So saxophone cleaning kit is actually one of those fundamental things I say you should buy first. I got this one, Jean-Baptiste. I use a Jean-Baptiste saxophone, so I got this when I got my saxophone. I bought this separately. They gave it to me as a deal. They just gave it to me for free with the saxophone I bought. I mean, it's not really free when you buy a saxophone. So, but anyway, you can buy this. You can make it by yourself. The thing about this is that it comes with different foams. This one is to polish the saxophone. This guy is to clean the saxophone, the neck and the mouthpiece, shorter one, and the longer one is to clean the body of saxophone. So I recommend using this over those woolly kind of things, because those woolly things, they might end up, there's a debate about whether they end up messing up with your keys later on. I'm not too sure if they do, but if you have those woolly things, do some research to see if they mess up with your keys, and I still recommend getting this cleaning kit. What I want to talk about is headphones. So I kind of took mine off because they were stressing me in this particular video. But the Monoprice headphones, I've used these guys for 5 years. I got this in 2015 and this is 2021. And these headphones are phenomenal. And I say that because over the years I've used them without having any incidences. I mean, So I was riding my bike once and I tripped over the cable, the aux cord, and it over time spoiled, but I just replaced the aux cord cable, and it comes with two cables, the short and the long. The long one is extremely long. You will never need anything longer for any of your events. So I've used this for like 5 years and it's still kicking, sounds really good. Like the quality is exceptional. I use this to mix for podcasting and record. A good high quality microphone. And that's actually something to look at, because I'm actually using MXL 770 right now. It's a good quality microphone. I'm actually making a budget series on a microphone that's a lot cheaper than this one. Like actually the cheapest thing you can find on Jumia as a microphone, a condenser microphone. And I wasn't too impressed with the initial impressions, but I could tweak it a bit to kind of get better sound. So I'll make a video about that soon. If you like that kind of content, please like this video. And if you're stuck around this long, please consider subscribing if you haven't already subscribed. It helps grow the channel and encourages me to make some more videos like this. So number 6 item on my list is a neck strap. So the neck strap is something really important on your gear bag, in your gear kit. So this is what I used before I upgraded to my Jazz Lab Sax neck strap. So what this is like it sits on me like this, and what it does is takes away all the pressure from my neck and puts it on my shoulder. This I like, and I love using this for most of my gigs. I don't care how it looks. People might not like the aesthetics, but this is my go-to. And if I have like some more fancy events, like a birthday surprise or like a wedding banquet, I stick with this guy because this guy just looks elegant. So different neck straps for different occasions. Try something out, try something new out, get one. So the next thing on our list is actually a Sax Sound reflector. So this is a very handy piece of equipment I got from Jazz Lab. So what this does is like it serves like a mirror. So when you practice and you face a wall, it bounces the sound off. This does the exact same thing. You put it on your bell like this, and the sound bounces back to you so you can hear yourself. I still use it now in my current church because sound is good there, but I need all the help I can get when there's so many other feedbacks on stage. And I just want to hear myself a bit so that I can play on pitch and on key and other things. So this is actually a lifesaver. So we'll move on to number 4 on our list, saxophone mouthpieces. Now the mouthpiece is actually a tool to be upgraded over time. Like if you're a beginner or intermediate player saxophonist, your saxophone likely comes with a mouthpiece, and the mouthpiece it comes with might not actually be the best. I use a Mayer mouthpiece for that, but the mouthpiece is not the first thing you change on your saxophone. The mouthpiece comes after years of playing and after you've upgraded other pieces of your gear and your setup, and you're like, okay, my sound is still not as open as I wanted, it's not as bright as I wanted, it's not as mysterious as I would like. Then you upgrade your mouthpiece to something, and this one you have to try it in store. You can't buy it online. I mean, you could, but I recommend that you try the mouthpiece in store. It might be hard in your region, but if you can, try it out online. Try it first before you buy it. It's actually gonna help you a lot. Try it before you buy it. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. We go on to number 3, Legere reeds. Now, my Legere reeds are by far my most favorite things I play with. Legere reeds are a luxury, but they might actually be worth it. This is my Legere reed. I use a Legere Signature Series 2 3/4. This is actually a 2.5. The first one I got was a 2 3/4, and this one was a Legere Signature 2.5. Now the reason I chose Legere reeds over regular reeds was that I used wooden, like actual reeds for a while, and I found out that over time they would chip and they're not always consistent in different weather conditions. So I was like, hey, let me give this Legere a try. This is what it looks like. Let me give Legere a try, and they have actually served me well. So we move on to number 2. Number 2 is actually quite interesting. Number 2 is actually a guitar tuner. So the guitar tuner is actually a really good item to have. And the reason is that saxophonists can be sharp or flat. And you might say, oh no, I actually perfected my pitch and I'm already in pitch because I'm using this perfect pitch. I marked with a marker where to pull my saxophone mouthpiece. Notice if you push your saxophone mouthpiece too much in, you get, I think it's flat. And if you pull it out, you get sharp. It might be the reverse. Comment down below. When you push your saxophone mouthpiece in, you get sharp or flat. Comments, I want to see what you guys think and what the actual answer is. So number 1 item on our list is a saxophone stand. Now, a saxophone stand is like one of the most essential tools you might have as a saxophonist. And this is a saxophone stand I use. It's the Stage Rocker powered by Hamilton. I use this mic stand, I think, this saxophone stand, because I think it was cheap when I got it. And the best part about this particular stand is the fact that it's collapsible. So I can take out the thread and I can just paste it together like this. And this is how my saxophone goes in my bag. But that's all for now. This is a long video, but thank you for staying along. Those are the 15 things every saxophonist should get along over time in their saxophone kit. And yeah, that's a mouthful. So hey, that's all I gotta say. If you're here this long, wow, you made it. Subscribe, like, share with friends, family. You know the drill. Okay. I'm out, people. Bye bye. Let's go to Kinetics. Stay safe.